Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. So in this tutorial, the idea I'm going to work with is I'll really just pick up where we left off from the previous tutorial, but instead of just switching with our sensor, we're going to adjust the color of this channel. So I'll delete some of this stuff here. I'll delete. I might change that from red because that's gonna make us all go slightly nuts from looking at it. Okay, so that pale blue I think is a little bit easier on the eye. I might drop its saturation and value a little bit. Okay, so all we're going to do here is I'm going to add in HSV, hue saturation value. Ooh, have we got this here? Why not? HSV adjust. Okay, that's what I want. So cool thing with that is it's going to give us access to a bunch of our color parameters. Okay, so hue offset goes from negative 360 to positive 360. You can think about that as going 360 degrees around a color wheel. So therefore 360, negative 360 and 0 are all the same, which means that really all we need to do is operate somewhere in one of these ranges here. We don't need to operate across the whole range because we'd end up just repeating ourselves. So if we look at our math here, we can probably go back up the chain. We can even leave that stuff that we had from the switch before. There's no need to delete it. I'm going to copy and paste this one that had our minus 1000 to 1000 and just put it on 0 to 360, which now should be giving us, if I zoom in here, a value between 0 and 360. We can even, if we want, if you're working on something really precise, you can also put a limit chop there. This can be important if you have things that will cause an error if you go outside that range. And you can also clamp it from 0 to 360, which would mean that we physically are not going to go outside that range. So you can see it'll have a hard stop at 360 and a hard stop at 0 where it won't be able to go below 0, whereas here we'll go into the negative and we'll also go slightly above 360. And I'll just put this out to a null here. And then in my HSV adjust, I'm going to go into the hue offset, grab this, set to view active, and just left click and drag it onto hue offset, export the chop. And now the only thing I'd say about this is it's a little bit, psychedelic, maybe the hue shift is too large. But the nice thing about visual programming is if I go back to the math, we can just make this interval smaller. So if I make this, 0 to 90, then it'll be a smoother color modulation to start with. And now I can look at changing my constant to start somewhere else. Some parts of the color wheel might just respond better to these types of adjustments. And, again, we could, then take this color and start compositing it on top of other things. We could do all sorts of things with this, but really the purpose of this is, again, just going from the OSC in, finding the right range of numbers, choosing a parameter, in this case color, and just for argument's sake, let's just go back into our movie file and now let's swap the banana for this. And you can see that we're doing the same thing, but now to an image. So instead of just a constant, you should start to see that there are interesting things you can do here. If I grab, I think I might have put a sample video here. It's like a workout routine from YouTube. And now we're changing the color values of the workout. But again, it's not super interesting here because maybe it's not the right set of color values. So, whereas on the banana here, it's something about the banana, it's already kind of a flat color. So that effect, seems to be more satisfying and clear when working within that small color range. But now you can sort of at least see what I'm getting at with the value of taking a signal and just mapping it to another parameter, in this case, hue. Okay, that's it for this very short video. I'll see you in the next one.